So hello and what's up everybody, welcome back to Screen Technicals. Today in this video we are going to create our orders page template, right? And in the previous video we have seen that we have created you can say our menu page, right? If I click on this order button, you can see this is going to be increment, right? This you can see my order has been changed, right? It has become 7. And if you go to the database and click on this orders, right, you can see this American pizza. If I click on this, you can see the quantity is 5, right? Let's say I'm clicking on this again, it's going to be 8, and if I refresh this page, it should be 6, right? You can see at this point, right? So this is working properly, right? Now let's create the orders page. So let's open the VS Code, right? And inside this home directory, I'm going to create a new file and naming it as orders.html, right? And I'm going to extend my base.html, right? Save this method thing. Now just close these things because we don't need these things right now. Okay, now go to the views.py, right? And you can see before this menu and after this home, I'm going to create the orders page, right? So here I'm going to create a function naming it as orders, okay, orders, right? And it accepts the request, right? And it returns render accepts the request, and then we have to just give the path of our, you can say, orders.html file, right? That is home/orders.html. Save this file. Go to the us.py, and after this you can say this home, I'm going to create, you can say, the orders, you can say orders URL, right? So I'm naming it as orders, right? And this will be orders slash, save this thing, right? Now just go to the browser, refresh it, and let's say I'm going to my orders page, hit enter, and you can see this, we have you can see this is our orders page, right? Now let's create the template, right? Open up the orders.html, and after this what I'm going to do is I'm going to give it a block of title. It will be orders, and then the block of body, right? As we are doing the same in all our, you can say, templates, right? So this is the common part. Now I'm going to create a section and giving it an ID of orders, right? Now as I'm telling you, if you are just watching this series from starting, then you will be understanding what I'm actually doing, right? So make sure you are watching the video from the starting, and in the description box you are going to find the link of the playlist, right? So you can just go and save that, right? Now inside this what I'm going to do, I'm going to create an h1 tag, right? And giving it a, you can say, right? And inside this I'm going to write here use your orders, right? It is your orders, okay, it is orders, right? Save this thing in the browser, refresh it, and you can see this here orders at this point, right? Now what I'm going to do is after this I'm going to create a div with a class of table __ orders __ containers, hit enter, right? And inside this I'm going to create another div and going to give it a class of this table __ orders, right? Hit enter. Now inside this I'm going to create a table, right? And it will have the table row, and inside this we have the table data, that is the table head, right? Table head, not table data, right? It's table head, and it will be pizza, okay, pizza name, right? And then just make this as capital, replicate this several times, and just remove this thing, and make it as description. description, just like this, and make this as quantity, and this to be the price, right? Okay, P capital. Then we have another that is a cancel, right? Save this thing, right? Now just refresh it and you can see this thing, right? Okay, so you can see the CSS is not applicable at this point. So one thing we have done wrong is just remove this s from this point. This is table underscore orders underscore container, not containers, right? So make sure you are writing the correct CSS so that the CSS will work properly like this, right? You can see this thing, right? So let's continue. After the table row, I'm going to create another table row, right? And it will have the table data, right? So it's a TD, and the first thing that will be the, let's say the pizza name. So I'm just writing a you can say a demo type of thing. So I'm writing as let's say Indian, okay, Indian pizza, and then we are going to have our description. So I'm writing here lorem 15, let's say okay, it is lorem 15 like that, or make it as lorem 10, right? Save this. Now after that we are going to have another table data that is going to have, you can say a button, that is our, you can say that is the increment or decrement button. So it's going to be a form, right? And the action for right now will be has, right? And inside this form I'm going to give some inputs. So input, right? Now the type will be text. Now it will have the name, right? And the name will be order underscore ID, just like this, right? And then the ID will be equals to it is order underscore ID. It is similar to the name, right? Exactly same as the name, right? Now it will have a value, right? For right now I'm just giving the value to this as 0, or you can say let's say 1, right? Okay, and just replicate this one more time and just remove this one and write here the pizza name. Let's say there is Indian pizza, right? Now just change this and this to pizza. Okay, it is okay, capital P, okay, capital P, pizza underscore name, okay, name underscore, just like that, right? Now save this. Now after that we're going to create the button. So right here button, and giving it a type of submit, right? And inside this we are going to have our, you can say, icon, that is fa dash minus, right? And make this as fas. Save this thing. Now go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see this thing. You can see this minus button at this point, right? Now let's create this price and this cancel thing, right? Now this is actually, you can see the negative button, but we also need the positive button, right? That is the increment button. So let's create that. It will be similar to this one. So what I can do is just hit enter and hit another enter at this point, right? And tab and just hit tab, right? So that it will just look good, right? Now I'm going to copy this thing another time, and between these two forms I'm going to write here the pizza quantity. Let's say it is for right now 1, and this will be the order ID. Everything will be same, and instead of this minus it will be plus. Save this thing, right? Now go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see this thing, right? Now we have to actually give it a class, right? We have to give a class to our form, both the forms, right? So right here class, this will be equals to btn, right? It is btn underscore increment, right? Increment and it is underscore decrement, just like that. Save this, go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see this this CSS at this point. So you can see these buttons. Now let's add the price and that cancel button also, right? So it's pretty much simple. After this TD, I'm going to write here pizza price. So let's say it is for right now 2.4, right? And then enter TD, and it will contain, you can say, the cancel button. So it will obviously a form again. So I'm going to create a form, right? And then inside this form, I'm just going to give the class, right? Just not the class, the action to be has. And inside this form, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create an input tag, right? And the name of this will be, it will be similar, you can say, to this input tag, right? So just copy that and paste it at this point, right? Okay, just do like this, shift tab. Okay, one more time. Now it will be similar to this one, because now you might be thinking that I'm just using this input text, but we are not going to see this input text at this point because the CSS is display none, right? I don't want to display these things, but I want to fetch these things from the template to my views.py, right? Because we will be needing this to update, you can say, our orders page, right? Now after this, I want, you can say, a button, right? And the type will be obviously submit. Okay, this submit. And then inside this we are going to have our, you can say that the delete button. There is fa thrash. Okay, it is trash, right? Just like that. Hit enter. Okay, and make it as FAS. Save this, go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see this thing at this point, right? So that's working. And it is thrash. Just right here dash alt, refresh that, and you're going to see this, you can say, this type of button, right? So this is pretty much simple. It is working. And we also need, you can say, to write one more thing. I'm going to write here delete, just like this, but right. Save this thing, go to the browser, refresh that, and you can see this button at this point, right? Okay, this is working, right? You can see this thing. And I want space between these two things, so I'm going to give it a space at this point. Save this, refresh that, and that looks nice, right? Okay, so we have created, you can say, our this much of thing. Now we need the button at this point, that is, you can say, the confirm button. So, and one more thing before that confirm button that we need is, I want to show the total price at this point, right? So you can say after this tr, I want to create another tr, that is table row. And inside this I'm going to create a you can say a table heading, and it will contain total price, just like this. Make this t as capital. Okay, and this will be equals to, just like this. And then I will be having another th, and it will contain the total price. So let's say in our case it is 2.4 right now, right? And then I'm going to have you can say another th, just like this, and another th at this point, and I'm going to write here your, right? So your total price is equals to this much of thing. Now save this thing, go to the browser, refresh that, and you can see this your total price is equals to this much of thing, right? And we need that cancel all button at this point, right? Delete all button, right? So you can say after this th tag, I'm going to create another th, and inside this I'm going to create a form, right? And this will be has for right now. And inside this, what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a simple button of submit, right? And it will contain fa dash trash. Okay, it is fa dash, okay, fa dash trash dash alt, and this is fas. Save this, And one more thing I want to write at this point is delete all. So it is delete all. Save this thing, refresh it, and you can see this thing, delete all button, right? So this is what we have done right now, and I want another button at this point, that is, you can say confirm your order, right? So what I'm going to do is just open up, you can say the VS Code, and you can say after this div tag I'm going to create that form, right? So right here dot confirm underscore orders, right? So give this class to this div, this confirm underscore orders, and inside this we are going to have our form, and it will be hashtag for right now. And inside this I'm going to create a button, that is a submit button, this one, and I'm going to write here that is confirm your order. Okay, order, just like this, right? And then I'm going to create an icon that is FA check, and it is FAS. Save this thing. Now just go to the browser, refresh it, and you can see this button at this point, confirm your order, right? Now this is pretty much simple, right? And one more thing I want to add after this div, that is an h4 tag, that will contain a simple text, that is please pay on delivery, right? Pay on delivery, right? Just like that, and give the exclamation mark at this point. Save this thing, refresh it, and you can see this thing. So if you are watching this series from starting, then you will be knowing what is actually happening, how the CSS is coming, right? So make sure you are watching this series from the starting, right? And I hope you are enjoying this series. So in the next video we are going to create, you can say show our orders and create all other logics that is behind, you can say, happening, right, in our backend. So we're going to create the logic in our next video. So thanks for watching this video, guys, and I will see you next time in a video.